Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or Carl Hunga 712, and today I'm bringing you a Madden 21 video, but we have the updated rosters basically for Madden 22. I ended up downloading in the the community files. Somebody did a really good job, basically going through, updating all the rosters, putting in all the rookies, um, all the free agent acquisitions, the trades, all kinds of good stuff. Whoever put work into this, I can, if you guys are interested, I can link it down in the description section. Just give me a heads up in the comments section. I can link it, which file I downloaded. But it seems to be pretty accurate. Pretty much most teams are correct. Like I said, they got all the rookies in. So I figure since we're still a few months away from Madden 22, we do kind of maybe a quick run through, see if we can get the Vikes back to the Super Bowl and win it here for Madden. Basically, the 2021-22 season. Like I said, make sure if you haven't already and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys like Madden content or updates, maybe on the game and stuff. Like I said, this is definitely a fun channel. We had a good time this last season with Madden 21. Um, Obviously the Vikes franchise was the one I focused on most, just because that's my favorite team. But we did some other fun stuff with Tampa Bay, was it the Jets, and some other teams. So, like I said, make sure also too, if you're new and you're kind of curious on whether or not to subscribe, I do have a playlist on my channel which has all of my Madden videos on it, so you guys can go back and kind of see what I basically went through for the season. Kind of how things turned out, and it was a lot of fun. And like I said, I picked up a lot of subscribers, a lot of viewers, and I really appreciate you guys and your comments on all the videos. But I figured I'd kind of take you through real quick, kind of like I did back when Madden 21 first came out, do kind of a quick run through of the roster, kind of show you guys what was all updated, and kind of everybody's rating and different things, and just kind of how I foresee the season going. So let's get started. But here, obviously, we got our quarterbacks. We got Kirk Cousins, Kellen Mond, who was their pick this year for rookie quarterback. Um, I'm kind of curious to see how Mond turns out. I know there was some uh, certain scouts and stuff talked quite highly of him. I didn't watch much of him in college, so I'm definitely curious to see how he turns out. He's a possible replacement for Cousins down the road if they choose not to re-sign him. If you guys are, like I said, new to the channel and you haven't seen other videos, I actually really like Kirk Cousins. I think he's kind of an underrated, underappreciated quarterback. Is he Aaron Rodgers or Pat Mahomes? Well, no, but I mean, who is, but I think he's a pretty solid quarterback. He's, good arm, accurate, good decision maker. He can move if he needs to, but I think he's a pretty underappreciated guy, and I actually think his rating should be a little higher than 82, but still, like I said, serviceable, going to get the job done. But Mond is somebody we'll definitely have to look out for, see if he can, take over the reins in the future, or if he just ends up being a solid backup. Obviously, Minnesota's backup situation has always been kind of weird with, Sean Mannion, Nate Stanley, Jake Browning. I definitely had a video earlier this year. If you guys check out the playlist where Stanley kind of got his debut, brought him in, and he played pretty well for not having the best numbers on Madden here. On running back position, I know you guys will see Adrian Peterson's on here, which he shouldn't be, but he was a free agent. And during my run this last season, I ended up signing Peterson after he got cut. So because Cook ended up getting hurt in that season, so I figured, what the hell, we'll bring AP back for his age 35 season. He's still trucking away. But Minnesota's running back position's pretty strong here, especially with the addition of AP, because we got Alexander Madison backing up Delvin Cook, who's arguably the top or one of the top running backs in the league. Obviously his health's always the issue, but as long as he's healthy, like I said, he's a top tier running back. Obviously Abdullah's, a nice shifty change of pace guy. And then we got a rookie here as well, who he might be fun to utilize here too with his 96 speed rating. He's actually got a faster rating than Delvin Cook, so he might be kind of fun to use. Of course, we always get the reliable C.J. Ham. Not much more to say about him. And this is where you'll see one of the other additions. Obviously, we got Thielen and Justin Jefferson. Jefferson being the breakout receiver that he was his rookie year. Just an incredible season. One of the best 1-2 punches here with receivers. I did add Larry Fitzgerald since we do need a guy in the slot, and even though he's entering his age 37 season, he's still a pretty serviceable player. Great hands, going to be a great route runner, and just somebody I think will be real good in the slot. And then of course we got our classics here, Labeezy Johnson, Chad Beebe, who I think I utilized them guys a little bit when I actually did my run through on the Vikings franchise. Didn't utilize them too much, but they were serviceable players. Smith Merced here, again, Iowa guy. I'm an Iowa guy, so this will be kind of fun seeing if we can get him built up and onward. Of course, one of the moves in the offseason Minnesota made that I did not care for was they got rid of old Kyle Rudolph, always a reliable target. Always loved Rudolph. But Irv Smith has taken over, so we definitely have a more athletic tight end now to utilize in the Madden franchise, so that might be helpful as well because I do like to utilize my tight ends. Of course, we got Conklin and Dillon down here. Those guys are mostly going to be backups. Kristen Darisaw, he'll be the big help to Minnesota's line to kind of shore it up. Obviously, that's probably Minnesota's biggest weakness is their offensive line. So I'm kind of curious to see how Darisaw ends up turning out for Minnesota, not only on Madden here, but in the real NFL. I'm hoping he helps to shore up the offensive line. But again, pretty damn good rating for a rookie, 75 on the offensive line. So we'll look to build him up over the season. Obviously, Ezra Cleveland played quite well for Minnesota last year as a rookie. Definitely, like I said, that was good to see because obviously, again, Minnesota's offensive line is the biggest problem. So again, solid rating at 75. Bradbury kind of was up and down a little bit, but again, young guy. Hopefully, coach him up. He keeps improving, and he kind of helps to shore up that line. Here's our other rookie here, Wyatt Davis. Again, another guy we're hoping to shore up the line. Again, a very solid 74 as a rookie. So, you really can't ask for much more. Drew Samia was an absolute catastrophe on the offensive line for Minnesota last year. So, definitely looking to replace him, and looks like we did that with Wyatt. And then, of course, arguably Minnesota's best offensive lineman, Brian O'Neill. He's been great ever since he started for Minnesota. Almost at an 80 rating here, and that'll continue to climb. But we're hoping, anyways, this should be an improvement over Minnesota's line over the last couple of years. Of course, we'll have Daniil Hunter coming back from that kind of mysterious, weird injury thing that he had in the offseason last year. That obviously hurt Minnesota. This will be one of the question marks for us during the season is at right end here. Obviously we lost Evers and Griffin last year, and been looking for that solid pass rusher. Obviously they bring in the guy from Jacksonville. They end up trading him off to Baltimore, and just like I said, that's pass rush is going to be questionable for Minnesota going forward. This is an area, though, that'll be much improved with Dalvin Tomlinson and Michael Pierce shoring up the defensive tackle spots, both 88 and 82. Obviously, when I ran through the season last year because of COVID, Michael Pierce sat out. So I think I ended up signing, Terrell Suggs. I came in and moved him to defensive tackle, and that actually kind of saved us, or kind of helped with the season. But having these boys, these two guys here, young defensive tackles, good, solid overall ratings. Their run defense should be much improved. Obviously, the linebacker position will also be kind of a question mark here. We got Nick Vigil and Chaz Surratt. We'll probably have a little battle there and see which one kind of wins that here. Maybe we'll put the old rookie in here at left outside linebacker. Of course, we got one of the best in the league at middle linebacker. Eric Kendricks does just exceptional. Does everything well. Of course, there's not a lot of depth behind him with Diane Smith here, but as long as he doesn't go down, we should be solid there. Anthony Barr, I think he's coming up on maybe his last year of his contract. I can't remember for sure, but good pass rusher, kind of a liability in coverage, but again, 82 rating, pretty solid. So our linebacking core, with the exception of the left outside linebacker, should be pretty good. Like I said, I think I'll probably put Surratt in there, the rookie. This will be an interesting spot for Minnesota last year. Obviously, during free agency before the year started for the Madden franchise, I ended up picking up, um, oh God, what was it? Aqib Talib and Logan Ryan, and they were basically the two best. They pretty much were the two best corners in the league. Um, by the end of the season, I remember I had a bunch of interceptions with them. They were just lockdown corners. Obviously, Talib didn't play last year. I don't know if he retired, but he's probably done. And then of course Logan Ryan, I can't even remember where he went. I think it was the Giants or somebody like that. Um, so this year we're just going to go forward with what we got here. Of course, bring in he was one of the best in the league for many years, Patrick Peterson, looking to kind of rebuild. He had a rough year or two out in the desert in Arizona, so we're hoping he gets back to his old play style. Bring back Mac Alexander, who was great in the slot. He was actually one of the few solid corners from 2 years ago for Minnesota, so it was kind of nice seeing him back. And Cameron Dantzler, I mean, he really took some steps forward last year too. He was one of the better corners by the end of the year. So I think Minnesota's got a pretty solid group of corners here, which it'll be Peterson will be my corner one, Dantzler corner two, and then Mack will be in the slot. Gladney, he was kind of disappointed as a rookie. He's also had some sexual assault stuff going on in his past, so we'll even see, real football if he ends up even playing this year. I don't know if he will. And then we had some of these guys here that kind of stepped in when Minnesota was completely depleted, like Boyd and Hand and stuff. So like I said, again, guys that can build up, have kind of lower ratings. But I think the corner position will be all right. Like I said, I'm hoping I can, maybe make up with the pass rush or something like that if this does become an issue. Of course, on the back end, we got old Harrison Smith, always reliable, always solid. You can't go wrong with old Harrison. He's been great since he came into the league, and obviously had a 94 rating. Our free safety shored up. This will be another question mark though for us here at strong safety. We lose our strong safety and bring in Xavier Rhodes. Wow, that's a little while ago. Of course, Minnesota cuts him on a side note here, and he goes to the Indianapolis Colts and ends up being one of the better corners in the league after struggling in Minnesota for a couple of years. But, anyways, we bring in Xavier Woods, who again is a young guy, pretty solid rating though at 75. Not great, but just pretty solid. But I think somebody we can build up on the back end, and I think we'll be fine. Like I said, these are a couple of question marks for us. Obviously, with our pass rush, our our left outside linebacker, and then our strong safety position. I think our offensive line, like I said, will be better. And then, of course, we do have one other change at the kicking position. Obviously, Dan Bailey struggled in Minnesota ever since he came out of retirement and came back to Minnesota. I think he was there for 3 years. His second year he was pretty solid, but the first and third years were just awful. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if it was like kind of a mental block thing, a case of the yips as they'd call it in baseball. But he struggled in Minnesota mightily. So we got kind of a younger guy here, only been in the league a couple of years. So again, strong leg. I think will do just fine. Usually, the kicking situation isn't a problem. Of course, we got Britton Colquitt, again, another solid punter, so nothing wrong there. But that's it for the roster breakdown. I figured I'd just kind of do that and kind of let you guys know, going forward, we'll see what happens. We'll try to get Kellen Mond some playing time if we have any games that we're getting blown out in, or we're blowing people out. Get him some experience. But I think, like I said, all in all, I think we have a pretty solid roster, and I'm looking forward to doing another run to the Super Bowl, basically with the updated rosters, and we'll kind of have some fun and see where it goes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, again, make sure if you haven't already hit that subscribe button. I think we're always about having some fun on Madden, talking football, some stories, different things like that, and we seem to have some fun during this whole season. I'm looking forward to doing the same when Madden 22 releases. So thank you for everybody who subscribed, followed the channel, commented. I've really appreciated that. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if you guys would make any changes, if you guys want to see kind of what file I ended up downloading for the updated roster. Basically, we've got the Madden 22 roster. Obviously, there'll be some other changes, players being signed or maybe traded or something. We'll still have to see what happens with old Aaron Rodgers up in Green Bay if he ends up getting pushed out the door or forces his way out. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next video. Have a good one.